a health plan. And I am so excited about my awesome dynamic team that will be working to service these members primarily in the west end of Louisville. This is definitely one way for us to be able to advance health equity. Not only will we be able to service these members and help them manage their chronic diseases, but also address the root causes of ill health by addressing any social and economic needs that they may have.
I love it. This Determined Health program really extends the mission and calling Volunteers of America has to create a healthy community for all. And we're just so thrilled that Janika and our Determined Health team have joined our VOA family. So now we have two exciting giveaways. I'm really excited. You get to go first because you have our Mountain Market giveaway.
Well, I am so excited to announce these winners. But Volunteers of America, we have two social enterprises. One of those that is here is Beaded Treasures, and the other one is in southeastern Kentucky, and it's the Mountain Market. So I get to announce the awesome winner of this Mountain Market, which includes local honey, handmade wood items, candles, and so much more from the Appalachia area. And our wonderful winner for today is Jordan Griffith.
All right, congratulations, Jordan. That's exciting. All right, so I have the next one. Churchill Downs Incorporated is a wonderful friend and supporter of Volunteers of America. There are a number of ways that they support our mission throughout the year. And today, they have given away a race day package, seating for 8 on Millionaires Row, lunch, all kinds of fun activities on that day that our lucky winner gets to enjoy a day at the track. And our winner is, I think maybe a relative of Jordan's, Pamela Griffith. Congratulations, Pamela. This is exactly how it works on social media. You tag your friends and family. So we had two lucky winners this morning to get us ready for our 13th annual Power of One event. Don't go anywhere. We're going to get started in just a moment. Hello, everyone. I am Jennifer Hancock, the President and CEO of Volunteers of America, and I'm here to welcome you to our 13th annual Power of One event. Yes, we're virtual again this year, but we have so much in store for you to hear and learn about what we've been up to and the impact we're having. To get us started, I'm turning it over to my friend and the chair of our board, Judy Parks.
Good afternoon and welcome to our Power of One event. I am Judy Parks and I am so honored to serve as chair of the board of directors for Volunteers of America Mid-States. And I want to thank all of you for joining us virtually this afternoon. We were so hopeful that we with you in person, and of course planned on being back together to celebrate. But throughout the pandemic, every single day we have asked ourselves what we need to do to keep our VOA family as safe as possible. Of course, that means staff, but also our friends and supporters. We knew that the most decision for everyone was to meet time virtually. It means the world to us that you are giving us your time. Challenging time for all of us. VOA is no different. Through everything we have confronted, heightened health risks, increased costs, and the day-to-day uncertainty of the pandemic, we have persevered. And we've made it this far because of you, because of our dedicated VOA supporters who stood by us during this tough time. Please know how important you are to the work we do, and that we need you again. The power of one is about sharing our work, about explaining our mission, about telling you what inspires and motivates us, and hearing from the people whose lives are changed by Volunteers of America. I can't wait for you to learn more, but let me also share a few special words of thanks. I would like to thank our Positive Change Society members. We'll be telling you more about them later. And thank you to our table hosts, nearly 100 virtual hosts, working overtime to make today possible. Thank you so very much. I hope you are ready for a special afternoon of everything for you. A video presentation to engage us, some music to motivate us, and pictures that are worth 1,000 words. And of course, some stories. Volunteers of America believes in telling the stories of real people overcoming real challenges because they found their way to VOA. I think these stories will inspire you. They might even change us to empower us to take action. But to take action, you need to believe in us. So let me tell you why I believe in VOA. I'm a professional who believes in results. As co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Parks and Weisberg Realtors, I know that my clients demand service and results. I'm accountable. That's the world I live in. Customers who count on me and expect a return for their investment. That's the world that VOA lives in as well. We are about proven outcomes and delivering on the expectations of the clients and families who come to us. If you, like I do, want to know that you are investing in an organization that makes every dollar count and makes real change in our community every day, then VOA is the organization for you. I am proud to be a part of VOA, and I can't wait for you to hear more. Thank you. So let's get started with a song that reminds us that we all have the power of one.
Hello everyone, we are the School of Rock, Louisville. It is a pleasure for us to be performing for you guys today. Our song is about the power of one.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it getting better? Do you feel the same? Will it make it easier on you now? You got someone to blame. You say one love, one life. When it's one need in the night, one
again, everyone. We are truly so pleased to see you, even if we are seeing you on a screen. How desperately did we want to be with you in person this year? Well, as desperately as we want this pandemic to be over. But we are just as committed to being responsible stewards of the health and safety of the people we serve and the people who support us. So thank you for continuing to listen to our message, no matter how we deliver it. And thank you to our friends at School of Rock Louisville for starting a program that will show you our mission up close. The last time we were together, I talked about our unprecedented year. Is it still unprecedented if we are in year 2? I want to give you an idea of the challenges we are still facing 19 months into this pandemic. You know, we are a comprehensive behavioral health and social service organization providing more than 40 programs in 4 states. Our team is made up of more than 600 talented and caring professionals. We serve more than 600 individuals in residential care, many of them adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Others are pregnant and parenting moms overcoming substance use disorder. Some are families who were unhoused. Men, women, and children living on our streets or in their cars or seeking a couch from a family member or friend. Today, they are with VOA in building very different futures. They are supported, they are loved, and they are hopeful. But this work is harder than it has ever been. John F. Kennedy said, "We choose to do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard." Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win. Nearly 60 years ago, one of the challenges President Kennedy was talking about was going to the moon. And we have days where managing residential facilities during a pandemic feels like a similar challenge. But we enthusiastically embrace those words. One of the many things I love about this organization is that we do our work not because it's easy, but because it is hard. Even during a pandemic, VOA has not said, "We can't do it." We've said, "How can we stretch to do even more?" The truth is, during COVID, VOA has grown, not because our resources are bigger, but because the needs are. And yes, it has been hard. Let me give you an idea. In 2020, more than 93,000 Americans died of overdoses. 93,000. More people than live in Bowling Green. That is a one-year record for our nation. The pandemic is not just expensive, it's more than challenging. It is deadly. Our work treating substance use disorder has truly never been more important. We attack the overdose epidemic by serving moms and families struggling with substance use disorder. Freedom House, where we help moms start new lives, has already served more than 133 women and delivered 9 healthy babies in southeastern Kentucky, where we continue to grow. And we're not stopping there. Freedom House is not a Louisville success story or a Manchester success story. It is a national success story, recognized as a best practice model by experts from the American Society of Addiction Medicine to the National Director of the Office of Drug Control Policy. Today, we're in discussions with partners across our state to expand Freedom House. When you support VOA, you are supporting a trailblazing solution for women ready to beat addiction and to be great moms. But that's not all. During a time when we're thinking about the violence that has become all too common in our hometown, VOA is intervening early with young people to show them a road towards safety and away from the criminal justice system. From Louisville to Southeast Kentucky, we are expanding our restorative justice program, placing mediators and conflict resolution specialists in rooms with young people who have committed nonviolent crimes, finding an alternative path that honors and serves victims and encourages young people to find a new and productive path. And we're not done. Our Determined Health program has our community health workers going door to door in West Louisville to connect residents to quality health care and battling health inequities. Next month, we're going to announce a groundbreaking program with the Kentucky Department of Community-Based Services that will take us upstream to more proactively connect families and children affected by substance use disorder to treatment. Earlier, smarter, and better. And we are launching an oral health campaign that can make a real difference for the people of southeastern Kentucky. With you, our progress continues, including life-changing, often life-saving work for veterans. VOA is there for veterans when they feel abandoned with nowhere else to turn. We find housing, connect veterans to benefits, and provide the comprehensive services they need when they need it. Volunteers of America is a leader in the nation in addressing the trauma of moral injury, a new way of thinking about post-traumatic stress and how it affects the men and women who have served our nation. Moral injury simply means that you have taken an action that violates your conscience, your values. It fills you with conflict, with guilt, and shame. It is very real, and it affects everything you do. It affected Ken, who you'll meet in just a moment. Ken found VOA, and I think his story will inspire you. But so many veterans face a different outcome than Ken. Veterans commit suicide at a rate twice as high as non-veterans, twice as high. Here's a fact. From 2006 to 2019, just over 17,000 active duty U.S. military personnel lost their lives. During that same time period, we lost more than 80,000 veterans to suicide, almost 5 times more than we lost to active duty deaths. We cannot accept that. When you help VOA, you are helping us to address the day-to-day needs of veterans, and you're helping us to address the long-term needs, treating moral injury, helping veterans be the people they know they can be. VOA believes in creating healthier communities for all, and we are committed to doing the hardest work to ensure everyone has access to the resources and services they need to be as healthy as they can be. Hard work makes us who we are, and the hard work is the challenge we accept. It's the work we will not postpone, and today we are inviting you to do it with us. Thank you again so much for being with us today.
We are, I think, fulfilling a need down here in this area. I think VOA recognized that and put a plan into action and is carrying it out, helping folks that are seeking recovery from substance use disorder.
I love working with Volunteers of America because we get to work in the community, we get to serve the community, we give them resources that they can help themselves. I love working with Volunteers of America because we do so much for the people.
But what makes me so proud to work for the Volunteers of America when I can see the results of helping somebody else.
I get up every single day with the mantra that I feel as though I don't even have a job because I love what I do so much. It comes from my heart, and as I said, I try to give 110% every day to those that need us most because they absolutely deserve this.
I enjoy working for Volunteers of America because the work that I do every day means something to me. It's very fulfilling, and when I go to sleep at night, I feel as though I've made a difference in someone's life.
What we do positively impacts the community. We're helping people recovering from substance misuse and really suiting up and showing up every day to show our compassion.
I came to work for Volunteers of America because I believe in our mission and our ministry of service. And I wanted to be a part of an organization where I can help further that mission, as well as to be a part of change. During a time of racial and civil unrest, Volunteers of America stepped up to the plate to be a part of the solution and not the problem.
We do, all of us, do the hard work every day. And we have really the privilege of being able to be in every moment of people's lives. And, you know, I've said before, we're in delivery rooms and we're beside hospice beds, and every moment in between where we get to celebrate or cry with people and have these moments. And that is a gift.
am truly so grateful to our VOA team for living our mission during this most challenging of times. Thank you to our VOA heroes. Their commitment and dedication have helped to change Christina, Ken, and Marshall's lives. And I'm just so honored to share their stories with you today.
Freedom House was the first place that I had ever been that asked me what happened to me instead of asking what was wrong with me. My mom passed away whenever I was 13 and I moved in with my father. My father was mentally and physically abusive. I started using drugs shortly after. I ended up in a domestic violence situation and lost custody of my 2 oldest kids. And then started getting in trouble with the law because my addiction and my alcoholism was taken off.
When I left the military, I was looking for something that could help me psychologically of the things I've seen and the things I've been through, and there was nothing. A lot of veterans go from being on the top in the military, and some of us slide all the way down to nothing, our foundation, and I was one of them. I never thought it would happen for me, but it did, and I ended up living in my car, trying to figure out how to eat, how to live.
I came into Freedom House about 8 months pregnant. When my son was born, he was born addicted to opiates, and he had to stay in the NICU for 29 days. The other sisters supported me and helped me through that. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't in fear of losing my child.
Each step that I went to was a dead end. After treatment centers, after VA hospitals, after psych wards, after trying to take your life, suicide. After all these things, VOA popped up. And they was like, hey, we can get you an apartment. I was like, yeah, all right, let's see. But in my mind, I was thinking, another disappointment. I know it's gonna be, because every time it's a dead end.
I just want to make sure you was all right. How's your house and everything still okay?
And I was shocked, because there was finally an organization that stood by what they said.
Yeah.
And that was so pleasing to me that it actually changed my thinking. And because it changed my thinking, it changed my life. I would even go as far as say it saved my life.
It's a crisis. You have a lot of veterans out there that are homeless, you know, and we're here to fit that need. To think that that's what my husband went through. But he's making it. He made it.
Yeah.
And that's our job, to make other veterans feel that way too.
So now, my life is beautiful. I'm happy, I'm married, and I'm proud of who I am today.
He gave me an opportunity to work on myself, to learn how to be a mom. It taught me everything. So a significant amount of the staff are in recovery, so that just furthermore drove it home, like, these women are doing it, and they're guiding other women through recovery too. It gave you someone to look up to, and it's like, I want to be like them when I grow up, you know, and that's kind of what motivated me to come back to Freedom House and to start my career in the addiction recovery services. I can hear the struggle and I can hear the hesitation and I can also hear the willingness because I've been there myself. And I always let them know, just come in and try today. What do you have to lose besides pain if you stay today? Being able to bring your child to treatment or to have your child while you're in treatment or to start reunification while in treatment in itself could save someone. That right there is life or death. So it removes a huge barrier and a huge burden on parents who are trying to get sober. I honestly, truly feel like if there was no VOA, there would be no me.
So you just had an opportunity to hear a little bit about Ken and Marshall's story, and how lucky are we that this beautiful couple is with us here today for our Power of One event. Thank you both so much for being with us. Ken, I want to start with you because you talk in the video about the stress and the danger of your career being in the Air Force.
Yes.
And your transition back home. Tell us about what that was like for you when you came back home.
The transition was a little bit of disappointments and depression. There's being a veteran of the United States Air Force, I thought the resources would be readily available once I got out. So after several years of going from resource to resource, and it just led me to the next one, to the next one, then the depression and everything started setting in, but more so the disappointments. And I hadn't found VOA yet, so I still was searching and searching, and still was leading to a dead end. And so it's kind of hard on us veterans when we try to transition to civilian life after thinking that things are readily available for us.
Absolutely. And when you came back, you encountered some challenges that were really tough and unexpected. What was the hardest part for you?
Actually, the hardest part for me was being so disappointed that in my life that I never thought I would have went there. After so many doors opening and closing in your face, you kind of get to the point where you just give up a little bit and you feel worthless, you feel hopeless. And it ended up taking me down a road of drugs and alcohol, homelessness, sleeping in my car, trying to find the next meal, the next cup of coffee. It was so disappointing and damaging to someone that thought that I was owed some of the things that I should have had. Instead, I ended up homeless in my car, and it was so disappointing. It just took me down that road I didn't want to go.
That must have been such a dark time for you. And
Yes.
like you said, so unexpected. Here you bravely serve our country.
Yes.
You come home expecting a certain welcome and a certain amount of support to find your way. And yet, like you said, you were met with a disappointment after another.
One after another. It just was so discouraging, you know. But thank God that I didn't get to the point of suicidal tendencies like some of my friends have. I lost a lot of friends too, you know, just giving up.
Wow.
And I'm blessed that
Yeah.
I'm still here.
We talked earlier, I mentioned 5 times the rate of suicide amongst our veterans when they're compared to the civilian population.
Yes.
So we know behavioral health challenges are a significant part of what many who have served our country come home to experience. And thank goodness VOA is
Yes.
here to address those needs. So I want to hear you talk a little bit about when you met VOA. What was that like for you?
It was a total change in me as a human being, as a man, and as a veteran. VOA, when it came into my life, it was like a ray of sunshine. It was just so outstanding that I finally found some resource that really cared about me as an individual, which uplifted my spirits to where I didn't feel worthless. I felt like I was someone. And when VOA came into my life, they said and did the things that they said they were going to do. You know, I wasn't homeless anymore. I had my own apartment. I had a bed to sleep in. I had furniture and appliances. And they just was like a ray of sunshine that enlightened my life to where now I feel like I am someone, and someone out there does care for you.
Wow, just seeing your face when you describe what that was like, I mean, that lights me up. Talk about a ray of sunshine.
Yes.
Because it's not just the financial assistance, right, or the housing. It's, you mentioned it's the hope, it's the belief, the worthiness that you deserve.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, Marshall, I have to ask you, because you often refer to you and Ken as a team. He's your life partner, and in some ways, he's your work partner.
Yes, he is.
Because you serve veterans here at VOA. And you have an important role to play to support those who, like Ken, are on this journey to find their way back home.
Exactly. I'm a case manager for Volunteers of America for our veterans for VOA Honors. And Ken, my husband, has been very helpful. When I got the job in the interview, Jessa asked me if I had experience with veterans, and only persons that I knew was my dad, as well as my, I was dating him at the time, about veterans. But at this time, during the process of being a case manager, he's able to help me. He's able to, even through the pandemic, we house veterans. Even though COVID was there, we still house veterans. And he was able to be there with me to go to Walmart, bring groceries to them. He was there with me when we got them beds when they got moved into their home. So he's part of the team. He might not be getting paid, but he's part of the team.
I love that. I love the approach that you've taken to really share your story, to inspire others to come forward. We know how stigmatizing mental health challenges are, particularly for those who have served our nation. And you're really demystifying that. You're putting a real face. You're saying you can get through this.
Yes.
You can go on to find a beautiful wife and live a life of stability and hope and prosperity. So the fact that you're both willing to share your story, I think, really means so much to everyone who has a chance to say, if you can do it, I can do it too, and really pave that way for other veterans to come forward to be served by VOA.
Exactly.
You know, we saw some clips of your wedding and those beautiful images of that day. When you reflect on where you've been and where you are today, what does VOA mean to you, Ken?
VOA means the world to me, because I finally found a service that cared about me as the individual. I didn't think it was out there. I was a little bit hesitant at first, but I put my faith in them and trusted them, and everything that they said, they done. And I was so elated and excited because VOA was a program that's out here that most veterans don't know about. And if my story can help me, maybe it'll help another veteran out there that is looking for that same kind of help and that same kind of uplifting in his life in order to become a productive citizen.
I love that. I love that. And you know, something you said that I really want to highlight, you talked about we did our part and we followed through, but so did you, right?
I did.
That's another form of this team and this partnership is between you and VOA. We did what we said we were going to do, and you did what you said you were going to do. And that's what created this positive success. And that's really what we're about, is being accountable to the people we serve and really inspiring that accountability back, right?
Yes. VOA is on the top of my list.
Well, that is likewise. You are part of our VOA family, and we're just so grateful that you're willing to share your story to inspire others. You know, without our supporters, we can't do all the work we do in this community, especially on behalf of veterans. It truly takes all of us. And now you're going to get to hear from my friend Dave Parks about an opportunity for you to join this mission.
Thank you, Ken and Marshall, and all of our VOA family we've heard from today. I want to thank you, Marshall, for serving our veterans, and Ken for your service to our country, and for the courage to share your story today. I'm Dave Parks, a co-owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Parks and Weisberg Realtors. I'm a longtime friend and supporter of Volunteers of America, and I'm honored to be closing our program today. What we've heard today are the voices of VOA, the clients, the colleagues, and supporters who help us to change lives every day. We hear the voices of veterans like Ken. How VOA served him after his service to our country inspires me. Like Ken, I'm a veteran. I know that no veteran should have to endure the feeling of hopelessness that Ken experienced for so long. How fortunate for Ken and our community that VOA is doing the hardest work of ensuring those who have served get access to housing, jobs, and health care. As a veteran, I want to tell you a little bit more about how I came to stand with VOA and support them. While I served for 20 years, I was never faced with some of the physical and emotional challenges that Ken faced in his career and after. I was blessed. But my service makes me understand Ken on a very personal level. I retired from the Marines in 2001. In fact, on 9/11/2001, I was an active duty Marine captain awaiting retirement. Starting a new job, had relocated my 2 young daughters, Kate and Jessica, and my wife Jenny to Louisville. As the tragedy of 9/11 unfolded, I understood that there was a very good chance my plans were about to change, that my retirement would be canceled and I would remain on active duty. I thought of that possibility every day, of my family, of the job my wife had left, and luckily I was able to retire. I moved forward with my career and my family. All I could think was, how blessed was I? I think of the difficulties veterans face when I think of the real estate collapse in 2008. My life was filled with stress, not like Ken's, but it was an overwhelming time for me. I was over-leveraged, not sleeping, worried about my family that was counting on me. And one night, I remember it like it was yesterday, I sat bolt upright in bed at 3 a.m. with this one thought: there's no one shooting at me, and I don't have to kill anyone today. That moment, that seminal moment, changed my life, and I made a commitment that I would think of my blessings, do my best, and give the rest to God. Not long after, my sister and business partner, Judy, introduced me to Volunteers of America. I learned what they do for veterans. At one point, I was asked by Judy and my friend Jennifer to make a very meaningful contribution to VOA. A lot of money for us, and I did it. Now, Judy might think I did because she's persuasive, and she is, and Jennifer might think I did it because Judy's persuasive, and she's right too. But the truth is, really, I did it because 40 years ago, when I was 1 year out of high school, I was in a very dark place. I don't think about it often, but this was a life-changing part of my story. I was 18 years old, working 3 jobs, and was assisting my ability to stay awake with amphetamines, and had little direction. While I never contemplated hurting myself, my choices were not helping me at all. I knew I needed to change my life, but wasn't sure how. This is when I decided to join the Marines. My father urged it. My mother was dismayed. Joining the military was the best decision I've ever made. It changed my life. It gave me a focus. It gave me drive and confidence. Let me put it this way. Ken and every vet with us today will understand how blessed was I that a gunnery sergeant grabbed me by the stack and swivel and got my attention, or a master sergeant took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. So when I found out that VOA had made such a large commitment to veterans, I was honored to make such a large commitment to VOA. Today, I'm asking you to please join me in making that commitment, because no veteran should feel alone. When you support VOA, you're making a direct impact on the lives of veterans who've made such a large sacrifice for us. And not just veterans. Today, you can support moms needing help from Freedom House, families who are unhoused, youth who need restorative justice services. As a business owner, I can tell you, I have the utmost confidence in VOA to take the support from the community and transform it into measurable results. Those of you who have attended our Power of One before know that right now we would be passing out some forms. But now who needs paper? We're going to share a link, and supporting VOA is as simple as one click. I hope you'll take a moment to think about what Jennifer said. VOA does our work because it is hard. It's never been harder. And to be honest with you, we've never needed you more. Think about all the times Ken was told no. Today, you can make sure VOA can continue to say yes. We truly appreciate any gift you can share with us, and I want to tell you more about the Positive Change Society. This long-term investment, $1,000 each year for 5 years, helps us plan strategically. It helps to provide very specific needs: telehealth at Freedom House, mediators at Restorative Justice, tutors at Unity House. It's absolutely essential to the work that we do. And a special thanks and shout out to our PCS members for your investment. You've made the greatest commitment of all. My goal is that we add at least 20 more members to this society today. This commitment is about $80 per month, $20 per week. Believe me, we know every dollar counts in your family budget, but we promise you will be proud of this investment. Will you become one of those 20 people? I would be so grateful if you could join us. We've just sent you a text. Please check now. Click on that link for the choice of giving level. It's as easy as one click away. You can join the Positive Change Society or extend or increase your pledge, or you can give us a gift of any amount. We will be grateful for all support at any level. As Jennifer said, we continue to manage a crisis. Our VOA heroes have shown up for our clients every single day. Please support them. Again, we've sent you the link, and we're about to alternate between 2 giving levels on your screen: joining the Positive Change Society or giving a gift of any amount. And it's as simple as one click away. Just follow the prompts. Please know you can donate today or make a pledge. I'm going to give everyone a moment to check for that link on your phone or on the screen. I'm going to join you in supporting VOA, and I'll be right back with you in just a few moments. Thank you so much to everyone. We are so grateful for all your time and support. I cannot wait to see how we came together to support the mission of VOA. And now a final word from Jennifer.
What a day for VOA. And more importantly, what a day for the people we serve. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for helping us to do the hardest work. We truly need you today to serve more folks just like Ken. I cannot wait to see you in person at our 14th annual Power of One breakfast next year. But until then, stay safe and be well. And on behalf of all of us at VOA, thank you, thank you.
It's your health. It's your choice. Everyone deserves affordable health care, including you. Working adults, people with disabilities, pregnant women, and children who qualify for Medicaid should check out United Healthcare Community Plan. We have the Medicaid benefits and extras that can make a real difference in your life, all at no cost to you. Find a doctor you trust in our network. Connect to a doctor using telehealth. Annual vision exam for all members. Dental coverage. 24/7 nurse line to answer your health questions. Sometimes you might need a little extra help. Get extras not covered by Medicaid. Earn rewards for keeping you and your baby healthy. Earn gift cards for getting preventative services. Meal delivery for members meeting specific eligibility requirements. Boys and Girls Club membership for members 6 through 17. 30 acupuncture visits per year. We also offer resources to help you make the most of your plan, including member advocates, social services support, 24/7 behavioral health hotline with licensed clinicians, health education tools, care management. To see if you qualify for Medicaid benefits or to enroll, visit connect.ky.gov for more information. Helping you live a healthier life. We are here for you, Kentucky. Remember to choose United Healthcare Community Plan and get the plan that gets you more. To learn more about United Healthcare Community Plan, visit uhccommunityplan.com/KY.
Make today a new You Had It In You day. Make today a We Need a Bigger Trophy Case day. Make today a Learning the Basics day. Make today a Finally Going In on Season Tickets day. No matter the day, PNC has the financial tools and technology to help. PNC Bank. Make today the day.
I would like to invite everyone to come see the work that the VOA Mid-States is doing. The staff is compassionate, motivated, and very professional, and they tirelessly work to help those that are most vulnerable in our society. And they have proven results. There are so many people that are able to live happy, productive lives because of the services and the care that's been provided by this wonderful organization.
This is one way of just extending to somebody else what I would like to be able to do myself. And the VOA is an expert at doing a lot of this work, and I'm not an expert. So that's probably why I have continued for such a long time.
I just can't say enough about the importance of contributing to this agency. It's growing and it needs more help, and there's always room for more and more. So I'd encourage people not to only give, but to be physically involved as they're able. There's just so much to do, and you get the reward is many times over what you put in.
I've thought about why I've stayed involved for so long, and I think it's because I feel invested in the mission. And having a background as a banker, I understand that Volunteers of America is not an organization that has shareholders. And shareholders look for a financial return on their investment. But as a long-term donor, I feel like I have an ownership in the organization and that I'm getting a return on my investment by changing lives or participating in changing lives. So it's almost the same thing, and it actually means more to me than getting a few dollars back from my investment, because you can see people's lives change, and you can know that when people's lives change, our community is changing for the better.
My name is Barbara Gross.
My name is Robert Gross.
We're currently at our home in Vine Grove, Kentucky. Our family is not the typical family at all. We have kids that range from ages 2 to 20. We have 4 biological children, 2 adopted children, and we are a foster home to other children. And we currently have 2, and we take in kids that have significant medical needs.
Medically complex children have a lot of needs, a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of equipment.
You never know what's going to come next at all. And we do have an amazing village that helps us out.
I'm Tara Durbin. I'm a case manager with Passport Health Plan by Molina Healthcare.
We met Tara when our 4-year-old came to us. She was 2 at the time. And she has cerebral palsy and a list of other chronic issues that come along with her.
Many of these families, especially the ones with the more medically complex issues, it's certainly very scary just having a sick child and trying to navigate the healthcare system, which can be really complicated.
We were completely lost and didn't know how to navigate the system, and that's when Tara came along.
We tried to coordinate care and arrange services, eliminate any barriers that they may be facing.
Our 12-year-old daughter came along, and she's diabetic, and she wears a sensor on her arm that gives us a continuous check of her sugar.
They had another equipment company for the other kids, and they decided that it made sense to have them all with the same company.
We ran into an issue where one had billed but didn't fill, and the other one needed to bill so they could fill. It was this whole big mess.
I know that when the dad called me, he said, I've called, I'm hearing different things when I call as far as what the issue is.
And so Bobby finally says, Tara, please, what can you do? Because we've done everything we know to do. We're exhausted. She needs her pump.
It was within a few days. I know I made a couple calls and we problem solved ways to get around, because I was able to let the family know that they were going to ship it within that week.
And I know it was a lot of work on her side too, because she had to contact the special department and set up special paperwork and get special signatures, and she did it all.
It just makes me feel like it's a win. I mean, that's why we do what we're doing, and especially for these kids that have had such a tough time and they're doing so well. And our goal is to eliminate barriers and make sure that they have the most efficient and effective care possible in a timely manner.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think I'm here crying. But she's one of the biggest key players in the system for us, and I appreciate her more than I could even tell her.
Oh, well, that's great to hear, and I appreciate that. But I mean, I see that they are the ones who are the real heroes here by, taking in these children with complex needs, and they are all just absolutely thriving. I wish we had 100 of them.
We all need a Tara.
We all need a Tara.
Sorry.
Is that you?
It's probably Tara.
It's probably Tara. Tara, is it you?